What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Now, if you guys have watched my videos over the past, I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, I don't know how long I've been making videos. Increasingly, you might know that I'm becoming more and more cynical and critical of sports entertainment or sports talk, right? And it's led to me, even being less prolific in my video making. And I'm sorry for that. I really am sorry for that. I make more political videos and social videos now. It piques my interest more. But at least there's some there's some, semblance of intellect going into these topics outside of sports. They're more important, of course. But just because sports isn't as pertinent as the other topics doesn't supposed to make them less interesting. But this is why I don't talk sports like I used to. Shit like this. Is this a real topic? And there was actually a website. Maybe it's a joke website. I don't know. There was actually a website where whoever wrote this article actually thought LeBron could beat Mike Tyson in a fight. So this is why. You want to know, extreme LeBron tards, why people hate LeBron? It's because of this shit, okay? It's because of this shit. Look, I remember back when Michael Jordan came back with the Wizards, right? And there were a lot of older NBA fans that were really getting tired of Jordan, right? And they were talking about these ridiculous stats, and I saw it, and I agreed with them. I agree with them. I saw this stat where they were actually measuring the amount of sweat beads on Jordan's head and trying to correlate that with his scoring performance that night. Like, it was stupid. I'm not joking. I am not exaggerating. It's not a joke. I said to myself, what the fuck is this fucking fanboy stupid bullshit? This is idolatry at its worst. But it's gotten consistently worse. People think that I hate these athletes. I don't hate them. I hate these motherfuckers. I hate the people that promote these athletes and promote sports because they're not doing a good job. Look, it'd be even more tolerable if this was an individual sport like boxing. It would be a little bit more tolerable, but last I checked, basketball is a team sport. And I don't think LeBron James, as great as he is, I don't think he scores 110 points, grabs 45 rebounds, and dishes out 30 assists a night and does every fucking thing. Alright? From last I checked, he's part of a team. So this is the thing I understand. Like, at this point, if you're saying that he could beat beat Mike Tyson in a fight, which is ludicrous, then what are we having the GOAT argument for? Why are we having the GOAT argument if he's this great that he can just beat everybody? So this is dumb bullshit, okay? I remember reading about, I wasn't around back then, but I remember reading about and seeing the footage and reading about when Muhammad Ali, when he was at his prime, I think it was around 1967, when Ali was at his absolute prime, and Wilt Chamberlain actually was interested in fighting Muhammad Ali. And I remember, you can see it on YouTube, you think I'm lying about it. And I remember them doing the measurements. Ali is about 6'2.5", round up 6'3" or so. Chamberlain 7'1" and I think 1/4 or 1/6 or some shit like that. At the time, Ali was about 210, 215. I think Wilt was about 290 or something. Ali had a 78-inch reach or something like that, or 79-inch reach. Wilt would have had like a 92, 93-inch reach. I still remember the numbers. But ultimately, Wilt decided against it because he realized that as great an athlete as he is, he's not a boxer. And that despite the height differential, Muhammad Ali would have destroyed him because he's a professional boxer who is at the height of his profession. And that Wilt could actually get really hurt. As strong as Wilt Chamberlain was, a professional fighter, his hands are registered weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like a professional fighter, if he fights you, outside of a sanctioned bout, would get much harsher, and it's not an agreed upon fight. He would get much harsher penalties for fighting you rather than regular citizens because his hands are pretty much registered weapons. Okay? And then we're talking about Mike Tyson. Okay? Ali was a fighter. Tyson is a bruiser. Tyson is the creme de la creme, or was the creme de la creme of, a power puncher. Okay? Just because LeBron James is a great physical specimen doesn't mean shit when it pertains to boxing. Okay? Do you know how many guys who were great physical specimens, but they weren't shit as boxers, couldn't break an egg with a punch? For instance, Michael Grant. Michael Grant was a great physical specimen. 6'7", 260 pounds. Couldn't punch his way out of a paper bag for the most part. And he was much stockier than LeBron. Get out of here with this dumb shit. Why was this even a topic for today? Why was this even a topic? They could have... Look, now, I commend them for keeping it real on Undisputed. But why was this even a topic? You could have talked about something more important. You could have spent that time talking about something more substantive than this bullshit. This is dumb. Why was this even a topic for conversation? I've been listening to sports talk today, and I heard this guy talk about how he hated the defensive era. The late 90s into the early 2000s basketball, when the teams like the Pistons and the Spurs and the Pacers were the upper echelon teams of the league, because that's what was, that's what was the strong suit, and the Heat and Knicks in the late 90s, and the Bulls, before they broke apart, that's when defense ruled the day. He didn't like that. He didn't like the final score 75-70 games. He loves this era of three-point shooting and scoring and all this type of shit. And he said that, this is a much more aesthetic brand of basketball. Yeah, for a casual like him. You know what I'm saying? This is a casual being paid to do sports talk. He was talking with, you might know this, I don't really listen to that bullshit, but he was doing a show today with Steven Jack, Captain Jack, white guy, I don't know his name. But defense is half of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, defense is half of basketball. When I equate players, unlike some of these other guys, I look at that player's defensive abilities and his commitment to defense. And if he's not a good defensive player, that's some negative points against him. That's why I value a guy like Klay Thompson so fucking high. Because not only is he a guy who can put the ball in the basket, and he's a clutch performer offensively, but he's regularly guarding on the Golden State Warriors, not Draymond Green, but he is usually guarding the more difficult offensive assignment, because as we know in today's basketball, it's the perimeter guys who are the more dangerous offensive players for the most part. Now there's some exceptions. You know what I'm saying? Philadelphia with Joel Embiid, the Timberwolves with Karl Anthony Towns, and to me the Lakers with Anthony Davis. There's some exceptions. But this is just dumb, stupid shit, man. I really don't know how else to put it. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, even at age 53, Mike Tyson would beat the shit out of LeBron James right now. Okay? And you know what? I want Tyson to fight him now. Now that I'm thinking about this, since they want to legitimize this shit, let Tyson fight him. And let all of LeBron's stupid fucking minions and fanboys, you know what I'm saying, put all their money on LeBron and make this a huge spectacle. Pay each one of them, $30 million apiece. And that'll be more than enough to pay for LeBron's medical hospitalization bills and his rehabilitation once Tyson fucking destroys his ribs and breaks his jaw and nose. You know what I'm saying? Because this fucking shit is going on. It's going way too far now. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough for these motherfuckers to have LeBron be the best basketball player, which I don't see. But now they got to have him be the best in every sport now. This is the epitome of fanboyism and, just latent homosexuality, honestly, when it comes to sports fandom. Like, this is ridiculous. Unbelievable. These guys need a father figure in their lives, man. A lot of these dudes really need a father figure in their lives or something. Some type of male, figure, because this is ridiculous. Unbelievable. I think with some of these guys, these fanboys, they need a father figure. The other ones, you know what I'm saying, they need to come out the closet. They need to admit that, they are attracted to men and you know what I'm saying, be honest with themselves, and go get a boyfriend or something. But at the end of the day, man, this shit is sad. This is sad. Tell me what you guys think, man.